Tuesday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, things seem to be still more mild in terms of those temperatures, but we did have some of that cloud coverage lingering around yesterday, which I assumed helped keep us a little bit warmer.
A little bit warmer during the overnight hours, sure, and then today we're going to be adding in that chance of precipitation. Now, it certainly will not be a terribly wet day by any stretch of the imagination, but we are going to be looking at that opportunity for maybe some showers. As we do go throughout the course of the day, we are going to be looking at not only that opportunity for some showers, but we're also going to be looking at some fairly cooler temperatures, I should say cooler temperatures than we did see on Monday. As we look out at the Tri-Cities, no sunrise just yet, but given the time of year, we are going to start to see things light up a little bit as we do go through the next couple of hours. It's 44 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities underneath mostly clear skies, but those clouds will be returning in earnest fairly soon. So here's a look at your weather headlines today and going forward. Spotty showers possible on this Tuesday. Clouds will be lingering around for tomorrow, but then by the time we get to Thursday, we will break out to the abundant sunshine. We'll talk more about all three of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Yakima County. The recall effort to remove county coroner from office is now in the signature phase. 13,488 signatures now need to be collected and verified during a 180-day window for the recall to be put on a ballot for voters to decide whether Curtice should be removed from office or stay. For each signature to count, it requires not only your signature, but also your printed name, voting address, birth date, city, and county. The signatures will be on public record, which can be viewed by any member of the public.
So in 10 years, this is the first recall that I've seen make it all the way to the point where a petition is out in the community getting signatures. From the amount of inquiry we've had and the amount of people contacting me personally, I know there's a lot of interest in this.
Now, if you'd like to sign the petition, we have a list of locations in the county, where you can do that up on our website, KIMATV.com. And you may remember in November, voters passed Initiative 2066 related to energy choice. But since then, the state's Building Codes Council has not implemented the initiative. KIMA's Mallory Aldrich reports on what's being done to follow what voters decided.
It's just absurd that a government entity does not even feel the obligation to follow state law, let alone just refusing to do it.
Initiative 2066 was passed in last year's election and was supposed to go into effect December 5th, but the State Building Codes Council has not yet made the changes for the law to go into effect.
Voters should be demanding that, regardless of whether or not you support the policy, I think we all should agree that that the law should be followed, right? And so that's the most disappointing thing with this whole situation, but we are having to go to court.
The Building Industry Association of Washington has since filed a lawsuit against the State Building Code Council to have them abide by the state law. But while the case is going through the courts, the BIAW has been working with counties to make sure Initiative 2066 is being followed.
Kind of reject the old former energy codes and enforce the way the energy code should be under the new law. And Yakima County is the latest one to make that change in enforcement.
Yakima County Commissioners recently passed a resolution to change the county's codes.
So what we've done is we've updated our forms and adopted a portion of the International Building Code to make sure that if you say that natural gas is the source of energy or use for any way on your property, you will not be penalized for it.
Although the BIAW has filed a lawsuit, McKinney explained that they were not going to wait for a lawsuit.
We're going to actually respect the will of the voters and make sure that there is no penalty and no discrimination whatsoever across energy sources in Washington state. And that's what our resolution does, is it allows anyone who applies for a permit in Yakima County to not be penalized if the source is gas or anything other. We do not differentiate for point systems, and you will not be penalized no matter what the energy source is.
Reporting for Action News, I'm Mallory Aldrich.
KIMA's Mallory Aldrich, thank you. And faculty from Yakima Valley College are wearing blue today in opposition to cuts to public education. Faculty on campus in both Yakima and Grandview are joining educators, union members, and community groups across the country who are voicing their opposition to cuts in public education they claim will harm students, communities, and the nation.
This is in reaction to things happening at the nationwide level, and then of course they impact our local and our state. Things like eliminating we want to make sure that our voices are heard, that things like eliminating the Department of Ed is going to have consequences. And our students at YVC, a lot of our students rely on the majority of our students rely on some kind of financial aid. Some of that scholarships, some of that's grants, and the Department of Ed is an integral part of how those how we track, how we assign, how we award the financial aid awards.
Now, the public is welcome to join in wearing blue, but Dorn also recommends contacting your local state and local representatives to express any concerns over cuts made to public education. And sticking with some education news, Emerson Elementary School in Pasco is hosting their 8th annual cereal drive to help feed students on spring break. Running through March 26th, this initiative is focused on alleviating food insecurity for students during a time where they can't rely on school lunches. They have a goal of collecting at least 500 boxes of cereal, and they hope to send their 450 students home with 2 boxes each, with help from the community.
It can be a very serious thing for a lot of the students. They get breakfast and lunch at school. So when breaks happen, before breaks happen, we start to see more behaviors pop up. And it's just that way that they're manifesting that anxiety of not having the consistency of a school meal. The cereal is just a really easy way to help ease some of that for those kids.
Now, you can drop off those cereal boxes at Emerson Elementary in Pasco Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Now, Jefferson, I got to ask, what was your go-to breakfast cereal as a child?
Oh, gosh.
Sorry to put you on the spot here.
Honey Nut Cheerios, probably.
Nice. Cheerios was a late go-to. I was more of a Fruity Pebbles kind of kid.
Okay, sure.
For sure. So, but you're not going to you might want to actually do more cool cereal than warm cereal, considering the temperatures aren't as cold as they were. But as folks make their way out the door today, are they expecting to run into anything, if you will?
Well, we might see some raindrops, maybe not necessarily this morning, but as we do go later into the day, we could see some showers earlier in the day through the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. I would say the best opportunity for showers in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys will be from this morning through early this afternoon in the Tri-Cities out to Walla Walla and Pendleton. It's really going to be a mid to late afternoon type deal when we are talking about precipitation. Temperatures today are going to be much cooler than yesterday. Yesterday we saw highs into the upper 50s to low 60s. Today look for low to mid 50s for a majority of us. Now in the not too distant future, we are going to be returning to the abundant sunshine. We will talk about that forecast coming up.